Yes, welcome to another episode of Three Conservative Gimps. Hope you're having a great week. We are proud and free and stand as one. Welcome, everybody. Oh, wow, we got a lot to talk about. Uh, we're going to be talking about the upcoming midterms and how things are changing. Yes, the view is not bleak for the Republican Party. Yes, we'll be talking about that, and we'll be talking about the Fauci diaries. Ooh, boy. So let's get this ball rolling. Let's welcome all the way from the hot, steamy, muggy, swampy Muskogee, Oklahoma. Let's welcome the banjo master, Lloyd Mendenhall.
On advice of my lawyer, I plead the fifth.
Yeah. Well, I've got a fifth. Anyway.
There you go. Hey, Art, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing pretty good. Finally,
Yes.
we got some decent weather here. It's been pleasant. Every day for the most part of the week, it's been down into the 80s. We've been getting clouds coming in the afternoon, giving us a little sprinkles, just enough to cool us down so we're not broiling at night. So I could finally, I could
Good.
sleep with the shirt on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
yesterday, for the last 4 days, it's been 4 or 5 days, it's been in the hundreds. And yesterday we were in the hundreds, and yesterday evening we had a huge thunderstorm. Well, we had lots of thunder and lightning. I mean, it was booming, it was shaking the house. It was right there on top of us. Knocked out my power twice for short periods of time. But I don't think we got a drop of rain out of the whole damn mess.
yeah.
And we're back up to 100 again today, but we are supposed to be cooling down for a couple of days, and then we'll be back up, and we'll be back up into the upper 90s and 100 again next week sometime, or, well, within the next. I think we may have 4 days that's in the 80s, in mid 80s to low 90s, and then it's right back to hot weather again. It's summertime in Oklahoma.
All right. Let's welcome all the way from New York, just up the road from the DSA counties. Let's welcome Charles Gillespie. Welcome.
Hey, Art. Hey, Lloyd. Hey, everybody in the chat.
And how's the weather there? Hot, muggy?
First off, Art, you don't need to get so personal with Lloyd here. You don't need to describe his underwear.
Yeah.
Hot, muggy.
Yeah, hot and muggy. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, at least I didn't say soggy. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
So what's it like in New York? Is it cooling off? Is it still muggy? Is it?
We just had almost 48 hours of solid rain.
Oh, wow.
There are areas around here that got 8 inches of rain, and somebody put up a chart today. I forget which one of my Facebook friends put this up. That much rain would have translated into 7 or 8 feet worth of snow.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I saw an enormous amount of rain. Our cellar took on some water. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to be an awful lot, but our cellar took on some water for the first time in like a year, maybe. Now it was cool. It was cool this morning. It's getting a little bit hotter and way muggy. It's like 76 out there now, but it's really humid.
Yeah, right. I saw you'd posted something about you felt like it was time to start building an ark.
Yeah.
I saw that on Facebook. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, with all that water, you got your little critters. You got your mosquitoes and flies and bugs and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All righty, let's start off with the Fauci diaries. Wow, how about that? I mean, here, what gets me is this guy puts it on a government server. What the hell was he thinking?
Well, and that throws out the whole idea where people said he was such a genius that obviously he's not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know, or you know, and then he's upset that they released it unredacted. Well, there wasn't anything in there that should have been redacted because there were no. Hey, Brian. Yeah, there was no security,
classified
information. Yeah. It was just his egomaniac running amok.
Oh yeah, I know. It sounded like a schoolgirl just going on and on. Oh God, I was on so and so show, and oh, he's so dreamy.
I sure hated to hear all about Babs and her
behind her.
Yeah, whatever the hell was wrong with her backside.
Yeah,
you know, I TMI there. You know,
well, she is kind of an ass anyway. And
I wouldn't be surprised if she sues his ass for that. But she'll probably sue the government for releasing it.
Yeah. That's
knowing the way that bitch is mind.
She's got a shit ton of money. She doesn't have to worry about money. It's probably
it's not the point.
Yeah,
she would sue just because she's a bitch.
Yeah.
Now, who are we talking about? Because I didn't read the diaries.
Okay. He wrote that Barbara Streisand had called him and was asking him about several things related to the jab, and that it turned out she has shingles on her ass, and discussed on what's the best way to take care of that. And he wrote that in his government diary of how she confided this to him. And then when they released all of that diary, it came out that she had herpes on her ass. So,
herpes on her ass? I thought
not herpes, shingles on her ass.
Yeah.
You know.
And you gotta have a roof over the porch. Anyway.
Yeah. But anyway, so
where the asphalt shingles.
Yeah. Her ass does need shingles on it. Yeah, that's for sure. But that's what was in the diary as one of the many things that he wrote in the diary. He wrote some of the most. He was so in love with his celebrity.
Oh, I know, and
he was so special, and it's like he told everybody to stay at home on Thanksgiving and went over to Mike Tappert or whatever that guy's name was.
Tappert and his wife. Yeah,
and spent Christmas at their house.
Yeah,
and I heard an explanation today because I joked when I started the show. I plead the fifth. He didn't have that, under immunity. He shouldn't have had to plead the fifth because he was already. But here's the problem. Because of the fact that pardon was only for federal charges.
Right.
He can still be brought up on charges by each state.
That's
and the Attorney General of Florida is already doing an investigation into him. And he announced it today. And had he answered those questions, except maybe the question about the color of his tie or the color of the carpet, or what day of the week it was, had he answered any of those others that they asked him, that could be used against him. That could incriminate him in state charges. So if it goes to court, if they charge him with contempt, they'll probably lose that because he could very well be. And I heard this, and it doesn't matter if you like him or hate him or whatever. Unfortunately, that's the case, and he would have been incriminating himself in possible future state litigations.
Right. That's right. And he basically admitted that he pumped up the lethality of the virus.
Oh yeah, there's a lot he mentioned in there that he'd done, you know,
Yeah,
and that whole the wet market thing that he told about. Well, yeah, he says scientifically there's no way it came from there. He had
yeah,
pretty much admitted that it came from the Wuhan lab. It was a
yep,
lab leak,
right.
and which they, you know, and the fact that he asked his staff to put in for awards that were worth up to $1 million so they could
Right.
collect on it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Yeah, he did hire one of the he had one of the worst attorneys, which also got thrown out of there.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that, and he
Or
just,
yeah, he
yeah,
kept interrupting. He says, "You're not recognized. You weren't invited to," you know.
right.
And but yeah, but he but he was probably the only good advice they gave him was pleading the fifth, because there's probably going to be about 30 states that are going to bring charges against him, you know,
Right.
on the mishandling of this.
And,
So you
yeah,
know,
and I watch. Wow, what the hell happened to my video? Why do I look? Oh, I know what it is. It's the
you're
light
getting washed
behind.
out from the light. Yeah, you're getting washed out from the light. Yeah.
Anyway, I watched the video and I noticed over his shoulder, his left shoulder, is Laura Ingraham sitting in the audience.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and I'm like, going, wow, there's Laura Ingraham. She's
Yeah.
actually watching the. Yeah, that's right, Ron. It's all Trump's fault. Yep.
Well, yeah, and that's what they're going to blame it on, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know. So yeah, that was a waste of good airtime. You know,
Right. Right. But yeah, I've been
I mean,
watched the five and what else? So Gutfeld and they all talked about it and it was like,
yeah.
wow.
Well, and the thing that of course, you had to laugh when they were asking him the color of his tie, and
Right.
I thought he was actually going to answer the color of the carpet, because when he asked him what color is the carpet, he actually looks like this, kind of smiles, and then says, "On advice of my counsel." But you could see he just about, because his ego was, he wanted to say what color he wanted to be able to give an answer, you know, and it would be his answer, you know.
Right.
Well, it's chartreuse green, you know, with
Mm-hmm.
a touch of lime on the side, you know.
Right.
No, it's blue. But that's besides the point.
Right.
But you know, he came so close to answering it. Even he saw, you know, his taking the fifth as a joke. And I
Right.
think he saw a lot of this as a joke. I mean, his
Right. Let's see if
yeah,
maybe.
Mitch McConnell is showing his respect for Lindsey Graham by having a 48-day long moment of silence. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. I put a little shade on the.
Oh, there you go. Much better.
There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So I just thought that whole thing was just like, what? Oh man. Yeah, it was kind of a, but you know, but if you watch the whole thing and then you watch the Democrats talk to him and they just were all
Oh my God, they were just slobbering all over his, kissing his ass.
oh
Yeah, they
man.
had big old wet lips on it, planted on his ass. You know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So yeah.
It but yeah, I mean,
Hello, Bill, Joe, and Ronnie.
Bill, Joe, and Ronnie. Good to see you, and
And
Brian, and Brian too.
Yes, Brian too. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, but and I would have thought, you know, because to me, it was he was stuck between a rock and a hard place there, and if he answered and he lied under oath, well, then he could be held in, for perjury,
Right.
and his pardon wouldn't cover that. It only covered up to the day of the day that the pardon went into effect. Anything after that, and that was what their hopes were, knowing his ego would overtake him. But he apparently, but I there was a guy on today on I don't know if it was with Kilmeade or who it was that I saw, and they were talking about the fact that he pleaded the fifth, and it was right after the Attorney General of Florida announced that they are doing full.
The comments. Yeah, people.
Yeah, they're all blaming Trump for it.
Well, it's not like he's the one that released the virus on the people. Trump just got bamboozled into doing all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Well, and almost blackmailed into it too. There's some aspects of the.
Trump tried to close down the border, and the Pelosi and the Democrats were like, "No, it's safe. Let everybody in."
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wanted to take prudence, and Pelosi and Fauci and everybody said, no, it's safe, it's okay. And then, 3 weeks later, it's like, oh my God, we got to shut down the border. It's Donald Trump's fault that everybody's dying.
Yeah. Yeah, he closed the airspace, and I mean, he just closed down the whole country. Yet you got Fauci going to the tappers, and then you got Gavin Newsom going to his shindig while they're arresting people going to the beach, and and even going to church. I'm like,
oh yeah, they shut down a church and arrested the preacher.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But I noticed they didn't do that to any mosque.
Yeah, isn't that funny how they got a pass and
yeah.
What? And what else is going on? The thing that got me is, why didn't he just do all this stuff on his own personal laptop?
Well, and that's the stupidity. That shows the height of his stupidity.
Yeah. Thinking, oh, nobody's going to look through my stuff. Nobody's going to,
well, he thought it was private, but he did it on a federal. Server. And that belongs to the government.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Anything written in there has to be archived.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm kind of curious what folder did they pull that out of? I mean, what was the title of that folder?
Oh, the title of it, yeah.
Ooh, I'm having vapors. I'm having vapors.
Yeah.
My diary, my diary, my life. Oh, everything is so good.
Or it might have even been titled "Stupid Shit I Said."
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. That would have been a good name for it.
Yep.
But yeah.
Oh man. I mean, that's even dumber. Well, I don't know. You can't really compare it to Hillary's private server that was off the grid.
Yeah. The difference was
documents on.
Right. Yeah.
And by the way, they were able to find those emails by all they had to do is track the people that she sent emails to, and they were able to backtrack it to her. Yeah. So you got a notice from Paco or Greg?
No, it's from Alexis. She's in the hospital.
Oh no!
What happened?
Something about her feet. She's got some. I guess it was almost it was on the early stages of gangrene.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It sounds like diabetes.
Yeah. let's see, it's the beginning stage of gangrene in a toe. And so she saw her podiatrist, started flaring up on Saturday. She's
Right.
now in a room. He soaked a bunch of betadine in gauze and put it over the bad toe and then wrapped it. She's getting IVs. He said they have to wait for the MRA results to be absolutely sure, but he's 90% confident that the toe is going to have to be amputated.
Oh
And
man.
and and maybe some of the metatarsal bone above it.
Ooh.
There's a red streaking going up the top of her foot. So
Uh,
so
yeah.
that's not good. So
hmm
I know she's been having problems with her feet for a long time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
She did. She was
yeah, so she's
edema problems and
she's had edema, and then this toe has become infected, but it looks like they're probably going to have to amputate it. So
wow.
I hate to hear that. So
Yeah. Yeah.
but
All right, back to the regularly
scheduled
scheduled
program.
programming. The Fauci affair. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't much to it, to be honest with you. Just he's
No.
an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's an egotistical, egomaniac idiot.
And you know what? If you follow Forgotten History, they did a video about Anthony Fauci, and if you remember, back in the 80s, he was part of the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah.
Recommending the same procedures. You know, this is a virus, got to have a vaccine. Can't find a vaccine.
Right.
Produce something that actually killed more people than it helped.
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think what's going to happen, there's going to be a lot of doctors who are probably going to be suing him, and he's more than likely going to lose his medical license, which I think he should.
Yeah.
I think a lot of states are going to sue him. His career, his legacy is destroyed now,
Yep.
and it's his own doing.
Yep.
You know, I mean, nobody's trusted him for a long time, anyways.
Right.
And but writing it, his own stupidity, writing it down on a government server. I mean, I don't know what the hell he was thinking. That's the dumbest thing he could do.
And what gets me is how
And they tell you when they issue you these pieces of equipment that this is property of the United States government, and anything put on it belongs to the United States government.
Yeah.
Right. And what gets me is how he ended up in the Trump administration and how he was able to get on that. And he conspired with that other doctor about, shutting everything down.
Yeah.
And man, and it wasn't just here in the United States. A lot of other countries did the same thing.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
ones that didn't shut down, well, their economies did well, and those people.
Yeah, and that's what this was mainly about, was to ruin the economy, Donald Trump's economy, because his economy was doing so good. And
Right.
had this not happened, Joe Biden would have never been elected. But
Yep.
this destroyed the economy, and they because at first, he was telling Fauci was saying, you don't need to shut down the borders. You don't need to do any of this, blah, blah, blah. Then he says, hey, why haven't you shut down the borders? Why haven't you done this,
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I don't know which, I'm not sure if it is her big toe or not. So,
Right. Right.
she probably wrote it down there, and I don't remember. So,
yeah, I think, I think Trump's first term is he didn't know a whole lot about Washington, D.C.
Right.
And
Yeah.
he got surrounded by some really
bad people.
Yeah. Like even that idiot from his show, that Amorosa or whatever the hell her name was, and she quit like several months, and she's the one that went around all the network just blabbing on and on. And where is she now? Nobody even knows who the fuck she is.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Yeah, and then he nominated that idiot from Texaco to be the Secretary of State, and he turned out to be and who else did he have on his cabinet? Oh, Bill Barr, and then he got oh God, who was the DOJ guy? Pinella. Pinella?
Well, no. Who was the Attorney General?
Pinella. That's
no. Before that, the one that resigned or stepped away from the. Oh, you mean Leon Panetta?
Yeah, yeah.
He hired him as his AG.
Yeah, I think he did. He replaced the guy that quit. Yeah.
Leon Panetta was a worked for the Clintons. Leon Panetta worked for the Clintons, and
I'm thinking of somebody else.
Now Panetta might have been the head of the CIA. I know at one point he was under Obama.
Yeah,
but I don't know if he stayed on under Trump. But he was not the Attorney General because he was
you know
as a
what?
matter of fact,
do a Google
because the one
he was the director of the CIA from 2009 to 2011. I already have his information.
Okay, all right.
He's Secretary of Defense from 2011 to 2013. Director of the Office of Management and Budget from 93 to 94. U.S. Representative from California from 77 to 93.
Yeah. And he was a Democrat, so I knew it wasn't Panetta.
Okay. Alrighty, we'll see.
The one senator that was his Attorney General.
Right.
Who was really good. And I don't think he should have been Attorney General. He would have been a great Supreme Court justice, but I don't think he would have been a good Attorney General. Because when they were doing this investigation into him, he recused himself. And
all right, there was Jeff Sessions.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Nikki Haley was ambassador UN, and Elaine Chao was Secretary of Transportation. Oh, who is she married to? Oh, the missing senator from Kentucky. And
yeah.
We got Steve Manchin, Secretary of Treasury. And James Mattis was Secretary of Defense, and John Kelly was Homeland Security. Rick Perry was Energy. Oh, Rex Tillerson was Secretary of State. And and I know Tillerson resigned halfway through his term.
Yeah.
Alrighty, I can take that down. So,
moving on to something else. Of course, we got the escalation in the Middle East.
Right.
And because Iran, we had a weekend pause, and then Iran decided to attack.
Yeah, they lobbed a few missiles over in Jordan and one of our bases there in Jordan.
Yeah, and both Egypt and the United States bombarded the sites in Iraq because it was part of it was an Iraqi group that was supported by the IRGC.
Oh, okay.
And so they hammered the hell out of them last night. And it looks like they're going big. But here's the newest announcement. remember Gaza and Hamas and all that little stuff that went on between Israel and that, that little kerfuffle that lasted about 3 years?
Yeah.
Hamas has agreed to completely disarm as of
Oh.
today.
Oh my! Wow,
It was brokered through Egypt, Turkey, and Oman, and they will be having, I guess, setting up a parliament. But
okay.
they are completely disarming, according to this
Oh,
treaty.
well, that's good. That
Yeah.
is wonderful news to hear.
Yeah, that just came out about 30 minutes ago. I just saw it.
Oh, oh, great! And Lloyd, there he is. He's back. He bumped something. All right.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just all of a sudden I went blank and I was gone.
Yeah, I think when you shift it around, you might have bumped something that knocked you
Yeah,
off.
I could have. Yeah, I could have.
So yeah, that is wonderful news. Wow.
Yeah.
Now, if we could get some great news that the IRGC is no longer around, that'd be great news. But I think that's going to be a real.
Yeah, the agreement is critical step. Let's see. Let's see. The agreement represents a major milestone in implementing Trump's 20-point plan, a framework they introduced last year, and it's under the Board of Peace. Under the multi-phase disarm, Gaza will transition to a new Palestinian government with the support of the Board of Peace, and will no longer be used as a base of terror attacks. A new police force will also be established in Gaza with the support of an international stabilization force and aimed at keeping the region safe for its residents and its neighbors.
That is awesome news. I hope they make it stick. And you know what? If they put their backbone into it and renounce all the bullshit.
Yeah, well, that apparently is the part of the agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they've got the support of Egypt and Turkey and Oman. So
right, and if they could be good neighbors with Israel, and then they could start working in Israel like they were before
right, yeah.
7. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's it's a step in the right direction. At least that's one less thing they have to worry about over there now.
Right. Now they need to take care of Hezbollah.
And hopefully Lebanon is getting on that.
Good.
Yeah. And
I know the Lebanese people, they don't want them there, but
no, they don't want them there. Their government, they've got their new prime minister. Of course, he's Christian.
Oh wow! I didn't know they had any left there.
Oh yeah. He apparently won by quite a bit. So
that's good.
He's got real big support over there by the people. So
that's good.
So yeah, he's a Christian president of Lebanon, which that hasn't happened
since the 70s.
Since probably the 70s. Well, it hasn't happened since the Islamic Revolution.
Right.
That's when.
Well, my last boss at the last company, Tony Zackham, his father and uncle were from Lebanon, and they're Christians. Danny Thomas from Lebanon, Christian. Jamie Farr, yeah.
Mm-hmm. He was Christian Lebanese as well.
Right. Yeah, they used to have a big.
Well, they were a majority Christian nation.
Yes, they were.
Islamic Revolution, and see, that's what people don't understand, how badly Jimmy Carter screwed the Middle East.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not just Iran, but Lebanon and uh, you know, let's see, Syria
Syria, yeah.
and
Iraq. Well, Iraq was predominantly Islamic, but
yeah,
they they're different sects. They're
yeah.
not
Well,
not like
Iraq at the time was they were Sunni.
they were Sunni, were
Governed by the Sunni, but they had a majority that were Shia.
right. And
And,
in Syria, it was the Alawites, and they were the minority, and they controlled the government. You
yeah,
know,
and Lebanon. Yeah, well, Lebanon. We just said Lebanon.
Lebanon, and Egypt had
They had a large Coptic Christian community
yeah,
there.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well, look at Iran. Iran was had multi religions there. They had Jews, they had Christians,
Oh
they
yeah.
had Zoroastrians, and yeah, and I think they even have a small Armenian uh, community there.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Which I think Armenians are typically they're what are they Christian or are they?
Well, they
I think
used to be predominantly Eastern Orthodox,
Eastern Orthodox.
and
Yeah.
now they're predominantly Muslim. Now, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yep.
But yeah. So
Mhm.
I don't know. We're starting to see a little bit of normalcy, and the only person you can thank for is Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. All right, let's get on to our last topic. Remember, everybody was like, "Oh my God, the midterms," and it's usually the whoever controls the White House. Halfway through their first term, they lose the
Lose
House
the House. Yeah.
or both houses.
Or both houses.
Well,
Yeah.
that is starting to look like that might not happen. I think the Democrats have really screwed the pooch on this by saying, "Oh, we're the Big Ten. Yeah, let's let
Yeah.
the socialists in."
Yeah.
And
They're in a panic, and right now they're in the Democratic Party is fixing to die. Is fixing to die
yeah,
as a
mhm.
party. And I think what you're going to have is it's going to become the Democratic Socialist.
Right.
It is Democratic Socialist America. They allowing, Nancy Pelosi was the first one. She started letting the what do they call themselves?
The squad.
The squad. Yeah, I
Yeah.
keep wanting to call them the crew or the tribe or whatever the hell name it.
Squad.
Squad.
Yeah.
When she started letting them run things, that's when
Mhm.
because
Yep.
I saw a thing today where they were talking about it, in which I think it was actually John Kennedy was talking about. He
Yeah.
said Bernie was over there in
Mhm.
his little corner doing his thing, and 2 weeks of 24/7 bombing just announced. Thank you, Joe. Just announced from CENTCOM. That's what they've been waiting for.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're doing a all out bombing.
Right.
It's time time for it to be over.
Right. All right. Getting back to DSA.
Anyway, yeah.
And
What he was saying was that they rigged it so Bernie would lose because they did not want a socialist that had it, and so Bernie bided his time, and he started gathering people around him like AOC, and of
right.
course AOC was a what they thought was new blood,
Right.
but she kept aligning herself with like the Muslims people that were in the squad,
Right.
uh,
Mhm.
the gal that married her brother, and
Yeah.
Ilhan.
Ilhan Omar, and then
Yeah,
there's that gal Presley. She
right,
was
and then
squad.
Talib,
Yeah, Rashida Tlaib from
yeah,
Dearborn.
the bearded lady, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
God, there are some really beautiful Mideastern and East Indian women over there, but she's not one of them.
Not one of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
She is
right.
one of the homeliest women I ever seen in my life. It's like, oh
Yeah.
dear God.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder she's angry. She's not pretty, so
Yeah.
she got to be angry, you know. But they've allowed, you know, when Nancy Pelosi started allowing them to dictate things, when they started doing things that, you know, like the anti-Semitic talk, and
Right.
she did not jump on them and chastise them over that,
Right.
that's when she lost control of the party. And at that point, I think she realized she had, and she stepped aside and let Joaquin Jeffries,
Hakeem.
yeah, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Joaquin, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, Mr. Jeffries.
Yeah.
She
Mm-hmm.
let uh, Hakeem Jeffries. Joaquin is just good enough for me.
Yeah.
Guess it. You know, it depends on what part of the country you're from, whether it's
Yeah.
an H
If you're
or a
from
W.
Mexico, if you don't pronounce the H, it's more of a W or.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Yep.
anyways, that's why I use Joaquin, because that's probably why I recognize it that way. But anyways, uh, she picked him, and he's useless. I
Yeah. He's
think she thought
very.
she could still manipulate him, but
Mm-hmm.
then she by then she was losing all of her power, and then
She
when she
decided
stabbed,
to.
yeah, well, when she stabbed Joe Biden in the back, I mean, all her credibility, what she had left in the party, I think went out
Yep.
the window.
Mhm.
You know, because
And what is part of the DSA's platform?
getting rid of the Senate,
Yeah.
open borders,
Open borders. They want to get
no jails,
what other
well,
branches?
no jails.
Well, no jails. They want to get rid of the
For the
president.
presidency, yes, yeah,
They want to get rid of the Supreme Court.
yeah,
So
or pack the Supreme
basically,
Court
they
with
want
anything.
everything in Congress. You
Yeah,
know, they want 400 and something people to decide what's. And they're going to pick a prime minister. Oh,
yeah,
are
yeah.
you like a chancellor?
Well,
Hmm.
the
I wonder-
problem is they can say all that, but they're going to have to go through the Constitution. They
Yeah.
think they can do this, but
Mhm.
there's no chance in hell.
Right. And I
You know,
think
but as the great Senator Kennedy said, uh, just let him keep talking.
that's right. Hmm.
You know, a thing that just popped up just a little bit before, must be weather change. The damn flies are showing up from
Yeah.
everywhere. So,
Hmm.
uh, but Spain they just got invaded.
Oh.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
thousands of pounds, thousands coming in from Africa are running across their borders now. Just uh, from
Running
some of the.
from where? From Gibraltar?
I'm not
Are
sure
they
where they're coming
swimming
in.
there? Are they boating there, or are they
No,
coming
they're coming
from
across one of the
France?
borders, but
Okay.
they've come up. Let me see if I can. Uh,
Are they coming through Portugal? Are they coming through France? Uh,
uh,
I heard something about something that closed borders are great, but not so great for Spain. Yeah.
yeah,
Although,
well, let's see.
so the Moors are coming back.
Yeah, they're surging in from Morocco.
Ah, okay.
They're coming in from Morocco,
Yeah, and that
and
used to be a colony of Spain.
yes, yes,
Hmm. Hmm.
and they've got these open borders, and they won't even send the military down there to stop them.
Wow.
Their leftist government is just letting them in.
Wow, that yeah, you know what? And that's their damn fault. You
Yeah.
know what's going to happen? It's going to be like, you know, the Moors taking over Spain again, and then
Yeah.
they're going to kick out the Jews and the Christians and do the same thing. You know?
2,000 migrants crossed the border from Morocco in the past 10 days.
Wow.
You know,
That,
and
that
they're not refugees or, you know, families. These are all military age young men in their 20s.
wow. Did they say what areas they're congregating in? Are they in an area, or are they just kind of fanning out throughout?
I think right now they're fanning out there.
Uh,
Let's see. I was trying to think.
are they going to like the big cities and recruiting some of the local Muslims?
Well, right now they're just and they're coming in from the North African enclave of Ceuta, Ceuta, and
uh,
Morocco.
okay.
And let's see, trying to see if it says uh, maybe right now they're coming into Morocco and headed to Spain. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's part of a civil protection regulation. They've declared a civil emergency, but uh, yeah, Spanish and Morocco Maritime Patrol supported Spain's maritime rescue. Let's see. So it's an enclave, I guess, a Spanish enclave, which I would assume is an area in Spain called Ceuta.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
Ceuta.
yep.
Ceuta. Yeah.
Where is?
Yeah, Morocco is south of Spain. So
Right. Yeah, they're on the other side of the Mediterranean. Okay, Quetta. Okay, it's an autonomous. Oh, it's a city, part of Spain in North Africa.
okay,
Okay.
all right.
Okay. So yeah. Okay.
It's not coming into Spain directly. It's coming into
Right.
this North African city that's part of Spain.
Uh huh.
So, anyways, but it's pretty bad, and the military refuses to go down and deal with it. So,
Right. Right. And we
uh,
got Michael, cool cat. Good to see him. And Grant and Mark. Good to see you. We got our European and Aussie friends joining us. Good to see you guys. So yeah, yeah, so the midterms are not as dire as we thought they were. You know, just a couple weeks ago.
but
Yeah,
we have to get out and vote
that's right.
Yes.
Mhm.
and urge our friends to vote.
Right. That's right. Here in Colorado, we've got a three-way race going here. We got the DSA. I mean, the Democrat candidate Phil Weiser, and oh, he's picked this running mate, Leslie Dahlkamper, who used to be a county commissioner in Jefferson County, which I'm in her district.
Oh,
So I think I've met her once, and yeah. So the GOP candidate is Victor Martz, and rumor has it that he's going to pick Dave Williams as his running mate. He's the ex GOP chair, and also an ex House member, state House member. And he's the one that got fired from the Trump administration for using his influence to, you know, raise money for himself. And then he ended up back in with Trump because he was causing so much trouble here in Colorado. I think Trump decided to, to pull him out of there, and he hired Hope Sheppelman, who was trying to primary Jeff Hurd, who's the Republican out of CD3, which used to be Lauren Boebert's district until she shipped to CD4. So, yeah, interesting going on. And then for the unaffiliated or independent candidate, Greg Lopez, former Republican, who was a fill-in for when Ken Buck resigned from Congress. He filled in before the election. Boebert took over that district. He decided he was just gonna, be the replacement, the kind of a placeholder until because everybody knew she was gonna win handedly in that race. So he didn't want to primary her. He just didn't have a chance. So Victor March now it's turning. He's a minister, not your the minister who does exorcisms. Yeah. So we got that going on, and then he bought a house that he sold to his church for 7 times what he paid for.
Yeah.
And now we're finding out allegations of child abuse in his family, and it's like, oh boy, way to go, Republicans!
Well, the thing is allegations are just that. They're allegations.
Well, look at Graham Blattner. Allegations got him out.
Right, but yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing about child abuse, it depends on what type of child abuse. Did he give his kids a spanking, or did he, play hanky panky with them? That's a different story.
Was he physical abuse?
That's what I mean. He gave him a spanking, and he was,
or actually,
or did he actually beat the shit out of him?
Yeah, that's true. So we'll find out about that, and it's just a cluster. You know what here? Colorado. And that's why
the sad thing about some of those things is if they're just being politically motivated and used,
right,
and they're blowing it out of proportion. Well, once the genie's out of the bottle, you can't put it back. I had a friend that I had a couple of friends, and anyways, one day I got a call from him about to look in the local paper, and one of the guys had been arrested for sexual child abuse. Supposedly his grandson.
Oh boy.
Yeah. In the end, it was all thrown out because the grandson testified that, his grandpa. And the reason this even came about was his daughter and his son-in-law had convinced somebody to file charges against him, saying that he molested the grandson, because he threatened to take their grandson away from him if they didn't start acting like parents. They'd done some things that were. And he actually called DHS on them.
Right.
The problem was that the person he spoke to that was a member of DHS decided, went and talked to them before they filed official charges against him, and convince them that, if you've got an allegation against him, this will counteract that. So they accused him of, and of course he was betrayed by the friend, and of course then his daughter and son-in-law, and but it showed his mugshot in the paper, but it never showed the retraction.
All right.
And, yeah. So,
well, all right, we'll put an asterisk on that.
So when it comes to child abuse, I look at that. I always want to look at that in the context. If he's a pedophile, shoot the son of a bitch.
Right.
They deserve it. I have no sympathy for pedophiles.
About 9 years ago,
or kids that beat the hell out of their kids.
9 years ago, in the apartment above me, a 2-year-old was murdered up there. And boy, now and then that memory pops in, and I go, "Oh God!" Now that guy,
I agree.
A 40+ year sentence for that. I don't know why it's not even life. Anyway, and the mother just got with the guy that was a bad dude. Yeah.
Oh, I know. It happens, and sometimes women make bad choices. Sometimes men are assholes. Sometimes women are assholes.
Yeah,
and children suffer. And I would agree. Anything like that, they deserve life in prison. If they're pedophiles, they deserve execution. That's my opinion.
Well,
and
if they get released in the general population, well, that'll take care of itself.
I don't know that it will anymore. We've got so damn many of them in prison that adage, I don't think, stands up the way it used to.
Well, you're probably right, Lloyd. You're probably right.
15 or 20 years ago, you're right. That would have been the case. But in the last 10 or 15 years, they're trying to normalize that. And, but prison, that reminds me, I saw a t-shirt. Prison is a great place. All Democrats deserve to be in prison. They get free housing.
Yes.
They get free food. They get free health care, and they get all the same sex that they can have.
That's right.
It's the perfect place for them.
All right. Also, here in Colorado, we have an independent candidate running for CD1. And this guy is, I believe, I'm not sure if he's a rabbi. I know he's Jewish. And so he's running against the DSA candidate in Denver. So that'll be an interesting race. I don't even think the Republicans are even have a candidate. I don't think anybody stepped forward. But when I was really involved in the politics here in Colorado, every 2 years there was a Republican that ran against Diana DeGette, and they would lose 70-30 every time.
Right.
And now I think this guy, he's not a Republican, and he's not a foaming at the mouth socialist. It'll be interesting to see if he could make it a close race, maybe a 60-40 or maybe a 55-45.
Yeah. And Denver used to have a large Jewish community. I mean,
yeah, they still do, and 80% vote Democrat. And I don't know if it'll be interesting to see how many of those Jewish Democrats will vote for a socialist, and not just a socialist, but somebody who is anti-Semitic.
Yeah. So you've got when you did your DNA, you have some like Anastasia.
I have like 1 or 2%. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you Saturday night. You was talking about that, and you were making some jokes that were, You know,
Oh,
and we made some comments, and afterwards I pointed out to Bill that, oh, wait a minute, we did have a Jewish person on our panel that day.
yeah. Yeah.
We had you.
Yeah, I
See?
catch all the gefilte fish I want.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
going back.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we had a Jewish person and a midget both represented in one person,
Yes. Yeah.
and one of the seven dwarfs on top of it.
Hmm.
I was watching the video of God, what's the guy's name? He was a wrestler, a little person wrestler, and he was in WWE. Hornswoggle, that was it. Hornswoggle.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he was really big in the 80s and 90s, and
Right.
even in the early 2000s. And he is so mad at Peter Dinklage.
Oh?
Because over the Snow White thing, he's still mad at him. Because it wasn't just 7 little people that would have got. It would have been the little people that were stunt people, stunt doubles,
Yeah,
stunt
right.
a lot of people that would, it could have been 30 or 40 little people involved in that film alone,
Right.
And because of Peter Dinklage's comment, they chose to go with CGI.
Oh boy.
He said, I'd have been happy to play Sleepy or Doc or any of them,
Mm-hmm.
So anyway,
well, guys, we've covered just a little over an hour. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and stay cool out there. And if it's too dry, drink a lot of water.
Stay hydrated, folks.
Stay hydrated, and God bless. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Don't forget, tune in to Artco Drones and Entertainment live stream for more exciting content every Friday night at 5 p.m. Mountain Time.